Everyone go make some popcorn because this maid is about to clean up in a bunny suit. Meow. Wait, that's a cat. Hey guys, welcome on in. Kyrios here, and today we're going to go over our BUNNY KARIN review. You know the drill. We're going to go over the abilities. We're going to go over the stats. We're going to go everything like that. Then we're going to tell you what she's good at, and then I'm going to give you my final review. Chapters will be down below, and if it's your first time here, feel free to hit that like and subscribe button, or come join us on the Discord or any of our social media platforms, blah, 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 blah. Let's go review her right now. Testing. All right, guys, let's start off this review. You know, we start on the right-hand side with checking out what kind of gear that this character has. It is a mystic damage type with an armor heavy, which might be a little problematic when we get to insane mode, but it depends on the modifiers we get. But let's move on. Affinities are indoors positive, outdoors neutral, and urban negative, which is fine because that sets her up for the chicken raid, which are both indoors and outdoors. She is a sniper rifle, so she is going to be hitting very, very hard. She has that hat, hairpin, and watch, so the typical DPS setup right there. We love to see that. Love to see that. Now, talking about her affinity real quick before we get into the raid, what I really like is that she is suited to both raids. At least she doesn't have a negative affinity compared to Alice, which Alice is your go-to for the chicken raid, for a blue raid, except for when it's outdoors. And even though you will still probably use Alice, her outdoor affinity is really, really bad. Now, someone, just an early sneak peek, someone to look forward to, and we'll say it later in this review, is New Year Mutsuki, who has the reverse of the positivities. So, and she does have a 2-cost skill, but we'll review her later. But she might be a better potential later on for this chicken raid. BUNNY KARIN still good overall. Let's look at these stats. So at 5 stars, level 78. I know we're not to 78 yet, but we might as well just max it out. Attack 4200 for a sniper rifle. Not too bad. That's about the same attack rate as like in the Ori. Crit rate is a little low, in my opinion. Everything else is pretty standard across the board. HP, crit damage, yada, yada, yada. Moving on down to the skills. She has a 7 cost. Now, that is pretty insane-o, and it doesn't even go down with levels. But she deals 521% damage to every enemy in a conal area, ignoring 48% of their defense. So essentially, she's doing 48% more damage. Assuming it breaks down like that and it's 1-to-1. Now, this thing I know for a fact hits like a monster truck. I've seen some decked out BUNNY KARINs hit for like 160,000 damage, 200,000 damage on all those chickens. It does hit hard, but that 7 cost might be hard when you're using with a Risu, right? So you're gonna have to balance that, and you're not going to be using the abilities very often in the chicken raid anyway, so this is actually an okay 7 cost. Let's move on to the normal skill. Every 25 seconds, we do like any ability that's 25 seconds or less. 192% damage in a circular area. Once again, ignoring 32% of the defense. We love to see it. Kind of hit or miss depending on who it hits. Increases raw attack. We love raw attack. And sub skill. Upon using EX skill, increases crit rate by 24% for 40 seconds. This is huge. This is huge. So she's going to get some really insane critos being a sniper rifle. She's got a great setup of skills. Honestly, a great setup of skills. Now, she is Millennium. We have a ton of Millennium students. I know I'm still struggling on Millennium books and skill books and everything like that. There's just way too many. So you may not even be able to level her. So take that into account, guys. Now, she is a limited, so you got to take that into account as well. Increases attack by 785 damage for her unique weapon, and further increases attack. That's pretty good. I really wish they would have like maybe increased crit rate even more, but I get you can't really do activatables. Let's move on to what she's good at. All right, so going over the raids. Okay, in Chitin FX, I mean, I guess, I don't know, that's a stretch. The chicken raid, absolutely, that's what she's designed for. Shiro Crew, not so much. Single target, right? And then Hero Nimbus, not so good there either. So she's really only good for one raid, everyone. All right, looking over that general content, she's amazing at campaign. Anyone that has an AoE that helps you clear events and stages and stuff like that faster is better. Bounties, okay. You can use her in one single bounty. Commissions, no. And PvP, not really. I mean, you could if you were trolly and it worked. All right, going over her overall skill priority, how I build her would be EX to sub-skill to normal equals passive. An example build would be 5, 7, 7, 10. On the left-hand side, we do have her pros, which is she is great in AoE. She's perfectly attuned for chicken affinity and a bunny. Sadly, on the right side, the cons are she is a limited, so if you don't pull her, you're not going to get her until she comes back. Not per se meta. There's some students that you can swap in that might do it better than her. And she is a 7 cost, and 7 costs do hurt. All right, guys, I'm going to give you my final thoughts. And so I was a little up in the air depending on how I wanted to weight her for a final rating. Now, please take what I say sort of with a grain of salt to an extent. So if you're missing Alice, the rating goes higher. If you have a decent amount of Mystic students already, Biking Shiroko and a few others, the rating goes lower. So I parsed her in the middle. I was originally going to give her a 3. Then I was going to give her a 4 because she's a limited. So I'm going to put her right in the middle at 3.5. Now, the reason I do that is she's great. She's going to help you with the chicken raid. She's a great Mystic student. She is a limited, so she gets a little bit higher priority. But the fact that we have that Mutsuki New Year coming out, which really fills that outdoor gambit of Mystic for the chicken raid, it's hard for me to suggest this when there's a better Mystic coming forward later, especially at a 2 cost. So that's my final review, guys. I know you guys probably didn't. I'm probably going to do some pulls for BUNNY Karin because I think she's amazing. And I think she's... oh my God! You know what I mean. You know what I mean. Anyways, guys, hit me up in the comments down below. If you have any other questions, come join us on the Discord. Make sure you like and subscribe. And I will see you guys on the next video. Peace out.